off we go. Look at that. Clean transition. ESEA. We've got advanced. Ozempic 5 has lost a lot of weight. Well, I should hope so. Hey, if you're on Ozempic, I know, NA production. I know, look at this. Look at this. No, I'm cooking up some other tools for NA. Really for everybody that's on Face It. But all right, let's get into this game. It does look like this game is going to be on the current patch with the animations and the sound changes that have most recently happened. I do like this position here. Schwinn Lee with the Deagles playing on top Valk, but it does look like Brazen are going to peek this. It is going to be the trade out of Grape, but now the cavalry already arriving onto the A-bomb site. Brazen are going to have to be quick. They're going to have to be decisive. It's a good start for Legacy, bringing them to that man advantage. Going to get that bomb down as well. Ellis playing from CT spawn, got PLX behind him. Good kill to start things off, but Grape with the trade once again. PLX will even things right back out, but down to 1 HP. Not going to make this one an easy retake. 2 versus 2. Ozempic 5 parading in through CT spawn. It's a good start. PLX grabs the headshot. Trade out of Legacy. Can he finish this one off? Yes, he can. Final nail into the coffin onto K2. And Brazen take the pistol. I have not yet fixed anything with .coach, but neither of these teams is using a coach, so we're good. No, the big thing would be more for observing would be, I was thinking that you would create 35 config files and just exec the right config file based on which slots the coaches were occupying. This is going to be a fast round already. Big push into ladder for Ozempic 5. A lot of SMGs out. K2, oh, does get one. And Ellis behind him. This turns into a very messy push for Brazen. Polo catches PLX in market as well. Ellis, ooh, getting burned out a little bit by this Molotov. The nade going to do some good damage as well, but the smoke going to deny him any entry to stop this bomb plant. Molly goes in. I think at this point, with a chaotic second round, Ozempic 5, they've done the damage they need to. Ellis getting a little bit greedy. Going to drop that AK right back to Polo and leave Brazen in a position to now start to find some momentum. But yes, I think that yeah, we've got a lot of things, and I'll be honest, I decided to look into the void and got mildly addicted to RuneScape again, so we'll see. I decided to look into the void. Everybody was talking about it. There have been so many people that are like, hey, RuneScape is totally back. So we'll have to see. But the bomb site exec by Brazen. They do end up on the empty bomb site. It's only pistols for Ozempic 5, so this one's going to be a clean bomb plant. Not a whole lot of damage. Just a little bit of a burn on Grape. RuneScape. I know RuneScape never left. I knew what it would do to me if I decided to start a new character. Right now, I'm kind of training up my combat and working my way through the quests. We'll see how I feel once I finished all the free-to-play quests, if I decide to keep playing RuneScape or not. If you're watching this game over on YouTube and you're like, what is he talking about? It's, you know, July 29th, 2025. RuneScape is big again. Not just any RuneScape, but old school RuneScape is big again. I mean, it was never not big, but for some reason, everybody decided to come back to it. So I was like, you know what? I will give it another shot. And here we are. And if you're watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the VODs channel. Check down in the description for my main YouTube channel, which I barely post to, but I really should post more. Hey, look. There it is. There it is. You can see it right here. If you look Floofy's TV on the camera. Now you've got the casting channel. Why do you have to make that reference? All right, we do have the AWP out for Brazen. PLX playing that in window. No window smoke. Is going to be a bit of an interesting proposition out of Brazen. It looks like they, on the minimap at least, they missed it. Did you ever fix your camera border? No. I'll fix it after this. And by this, I mean before I stream on this channel again, because right now, Brazen getting kind of cut down by Ozempic 5. They lose 3 early on. It's going to be up to Fuggy to try and clean this one up. He's got a couple of kills under his belt already. But, yeah, Ozempic 5 doing a good job of wiping out Brazen as they try to make their play on the A-bomb site. Yes, I will fix the border on after this. Later. It never did anything wrong to you? I mean, that's fair. Ooh, Fuki on low HP. Duck peeks into Schwinn Lee, but not going to be enough to stop these final 2 players. And Ozempic 5 will put themselves on the board. So I wonder if what happened there was Brazen realized they missed the window smoke and decided to just force the execute out on the A-bomb site. They didn't have they had plenty of time left. They didn't need to force it, but with the utilities starting to bleed dry, they had to make a decision. That is a mood. All right, big push out on B once again. Ellis left mostly alone, does have the AWP of PLX, and it's going to be only PLX now as the Tech-9s do overwhelm that rifle player. The rest of the cavalry going to start to arrive here on the B-bomb site. K2, quick 1-for-1 trade. Legacy's picked up that M4 and is going to be putting it to some fairly good use. Oh, timing, but it doesn't matter. Polo spots Schwinn Lee. And the 1-dig is exactly what they need. Brazen, they surround Merkin to close the round. I forgot where that sound effect even came from. And again, if you're watching on the VOD and you're wondering what sound effect I'm talking about, rewind just a few seconds. You'll see a little coach pop up from a little channel points reward. Alright, well now it's Brazen's turn to put the op to use. Legacy getting boosted up, but doesn't connect. That is going to give some information over to Ozempic 5. We did see this a few rounds ago from Ozempic 5. They boosted 2 players into ladder. They're keeping 1 in window. So they're making sure to give themselves an opportunity to rotate as a pistol pack to try and catch a player by surprise, but Merkin not going to be a part of that. Flashes go in. Ellis blinded up. The Deagle not going to be usable from that. This is going to be a pretty free A-bomb site for Ozempic 5. Jester will burn out PLX. Down to the 2 versus 2. And I think this one's going to be a pretty clean round. Maybe there was a chance for the Deagle there, but... Alright, so they got 1, and K2 just going to take his cake and leave it. Ooh, no, goes for another one. I would have thought you'd save the AK in that situation. But Brazen on a 5-1. Looks like they've definitely taken some inspiration from their previous game. We'll see if they have more of a plan going into this one. Again, Sportsbet Expert, which was the bones and muscles of some interesting teams. It had Evan Kaw on that. So Sportsbet Expert, I think, are like 3-1 this season so far. Gonna be another B hit for Brazen. It's going pretty well, but the rotation coming over here very fast. And K2 able to bag 2. Now the AWP for PLX. delete Legacy, and this one, Merkin just gonna burn through these last two. Melts them down, and Ozempic 5 again with a solid defense. The money is in an awkward spot for Brazen. Jester's got barely anything. Fuggy, okay, well, we're going to have a pause time anyway. But built-in was wrong, and also my... Yeah, I wish that the dot coach would not be a thing. Now looks like we've got a sec. Oh, bolt. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah. I wish they'd take it one of two directions. One, Valve just add the coach slot back. Or two, acknowledge that Valve don't want to have the coach slot and stop trying to force it into the game. I feel like you can't keep trying to force the coach slot into the game if Valve don't want it. Like, oh, he's back already. There, but not supported. An old demo viewer, like new demo viewer is fantastic. Yeah, we need to get you two a chance to meet in person and talk, like, because we all live in Chicago. Get them to IEM Dallas. God, there's no way they would do that. There's no way. I would love it. I mean, IEM Dallas isn't even a thing anymore. Starting next year, but IEM Atlanta, I think, is the one that they're gonna do next year. I don't know. I think we're starting the next round here. All right, so this is the first time we've had really quality weapons. Not the first time, but okay. No one watching Connector? Legacy just walks up and domes Schwinn Lee. These rounds haven't even been close. It's just been one side walking out and just dead. Like, what's a default? All I know is rounds that end in 20 seconds. We're not... I mean, hey, you know what? It's a Tuesday night. It's an update night. We're gonna have a CS event in Chicago. You know what? We'll just have... You know what? Hey, I would be down for another CS event in Chicago. We'll have to see, though. Ooh. Birkin just gets head ripped off to open up the round, but Brazen... Ooh, they might walk into a stack here. 3 players on the A-bomb site. PLX waiting behind. Waiting next to stairs. First player spotted. That's K2 in jungle. The Deagle comes out for Schwinn Lee in this P250. Oh, it's going to go wild. Doubles up for PLX. That does give Ozempic 5 the man advantage, and the AK falling into the hands of Schwinn Lee could prove quite dangerous here for Brazen. That's the bomb carrier down. And Legacy, the last player standing, no scopes on the K2. But this 1 versus 2, the many not looking so great for Brazen. So at this point, wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility to just go for the save. Grabs the AK. Try and make something of this round. I do like the reposition. 35 seconds left on the round, and Legacy giving this one a real honest try. We could have just seen a 45, 50-second op save, but no. Legacy really going to go for this one. So we're actually going to get a round that feels like a round and not just 2 teams charging at each other. But unfortunately, Ozempic 5 do manage to put themselves right back on the board. Bring it to 3. Yeah, this P250 was wild. Look at this. Just look at it. It's so good. All right, well, now the big next question is, now that we are fully rearmed once again, are we just going to be charging at each other again? Because this has just felt like constantly just smacking two Warhammers together. All right, we're just going to smack 2 hydraulic presses together and see which one breaks first. And honestly, in these buy rounds, the answer has been Brazen. They've had one that worked out well for them. Though this time might change their fortunes. Boogie, first kill onto K2, peeking into underpass. Oh, PLX unscopes at just the wrong moment. I will say, though, at this point, Ozempic 5 do still have the health advantage. Just comparing across these two teams, Brazen have about 350 health across 5 players, and Ozempic 5 have a full 4 players. But there are AKs on the side of Brazen, so something you can't be too... You have to be aware of. Ooh. Well, Merkin falls, and suddenly that HP advantage swings the way of Brazen once again. With 3 players remaining, Ozempic 5 are forced to split fairly far across the sites. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Grape with the 1G. You can see Foogie on the screen. He's like kind of confused. Brazen will get the bomb down, but that's awkward. The best way to put that, just awkward. But it is going to be 7 for Brazen. Going into the final 2 rounds of the half feels like a nice healthy lead. I'm pretty sure it was the Skull and Crossbones. So the Skull and Crossbones shows whether, no matter how you kill yourself. If it's a molly, Skull and Crossbones. If you fall off a roof, Skull and Crossbones. And the fact that he had his own name next to it makes me think that it was a 1G. Ooh, they might have spotted Ellis here. Not to be. Yes, as somebody that is also using Rue's open source project, it is pretty darn useful. All right, pause time comes in. Brazen really need to start securing a few rounds. The buy is not looking as good as you might have hoped. So we'll have to see if they've got something new in store after that pause. Really, if you want to take a look at how brutal this game has been, look at the bottom of your screen. You don't have defuses, you don't have timeouts, you have 2 bomb explosions. But the rest of these rounds have been eliminations. These teams aren't waiting long enough. Ooh, that's a good shot through the smoke. FAMAS out for K2. That's how the FAMAS typically looks for me. Jester doing a good job of following up on his team, making sure to push that payload onto the B-bomb site. Winley will grab one back for Ozempic 5, but with bomb down, this retake better be on point. 2 versus 2. low HP on Schwinn Lee, so the appropriate person to be carrying that AWP. But Market's completely smoked off. Ozempic 5 are going to be completely called out as they try to make their way onto the site. Jester with the first. Schwinn Lee deletes Polo, but 1 versus 1 and Schwinn Lee. Oh, they're just kissing in the smoke with Jester to deliver the killing blow. Well, yeah, that's a good little shot there. But, I mean, you've given so much info. I don't know why you don't just Faceit charges for auto-downloading demos. That is bunk. I wonder if I could write something for that. Yeah. All right, well, last pause coming in here. Ozempic 5. They were looking like they had a little bit of steam, but kind of petering out here at the end of the half. 9-12 is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. I love to see that the UMP is getting use now that the MP9's gotten nerfed. I don't think the MP9 deserves to be sidelined in the way that it has, but I love that people are putting other weapons to use, like the FAMAS. Okay, Ellis and PLX just rip through too. Ooh, they will be traded out though. Grape gets sour. Now just going to be up to Merkin to try and hold this bomb site, but once again, more players just bowled over by this B pressure being put down by Brazen. Going to be up to K2, 1 versus 3. They seem to have a read that it is the final player sitting in this smoke. 25 HP remaining. Just having trouble even connecting bullets. One versus 3 for K2. This one's going to be pretty cut and dried. Molly goes into apartments, forces K2 to fall back behind that smoke for safety. As the bomb ticks down to halfway. No kit as well, so this one, well, as they like to say, done and dusted. 9-3, Brazen with a very strong T side. Let's see if they can keep it rolling as they switch over to the CTs. Solid amount of momentum to start things off on your CT side, that is for sure. Hey, someone remembered I have channel points rewards. Thank you, Christmas. I guess other people have remembered because there have been sound alerts, but man, okay. Well, this is not the pistol round that you're hoping for if you're a Ozempic 5. Already 2 players erased from the server. PLX going to answer for 1, but bomb still yet to go down, and Brazen have completely arrived on the site. 4 versus 3. They do get the bomb down. Kit in the hands of Foggy. Brazen have pretty well mapped out the B-bomb site where their opponents are. There's going to be... jumping out through apartments. They lose 2. It's going to be up to K2 to try and win this round. Gets the first. Spins around. Looking for the 1 versus 1 versus Grape. Hit picked up. Full 10 seconds left. Oh, the USP has to come in clutch, and Grape will locate that headshot and connect. Defuse to come through, and Brazen secure double digits. What is this link? Oh, I see. I need to add that link to my allowed list. I will do that. I will add that link to my allowed list. All right, well, bomb plant means Ozempic 5 are going to be forcing up. So this is going to be pretty essential round, all things considered. Brazen looking at 11. Not going to be an easy one. You can see the armaments not looking too terribly good, but the Deagle comes out strong, and PLX going to burn through Polo as well. So a quick 5 versus 3 does mean Ozempic 5 going to get themselves an open A bomb site, and not going any better. Honestly, these 2 rifles remaining 2 versus 5, you might as well save. Rape does locate Merkin, but again, PLX has been a terror on this round and has not allowed Brazen much of anything. Grape, oh my gosh, caught jumping up on the garbage can, and Ozempic 5 with a nearly flawless anti-eco to secure a few more rounds of play. Well, that one's gotta hurt. It's got. Oh, that Molly did not go where you meant for it to go, and I just saw what that 5-7 was, so we're gonna just continue past and pretend like we didn't see it. Brazen looking to charge on into Palace, but Merkin just gonna completely stonewall that push. The Brazen lose 3 off the rip, and so I'm guessing we're just going to get a bomb plant and a round for Ozempic 5, which, honestly, they kind of deserve after what just happened. I would honestly be a little upset if the 2 versus 5 retake came in, although, obviously, you do have to probe the bomb site, and Ozempic 5 doing a good job of securing and rooting out any positions that Brazen could be holding for something sneaky. Just going to be Scout and Deagle saved. Likely, though, no buy for the next round. So these weapons, they're going to hold on to them for dear life, because all you've really got going into round number 16. Brazen still sitting on a healthy buffer, though that Scout shot does give away legacy. Nade makes an appearance. See the spams coming through as well, but it does look like Brazen have successfully... Oh, dear. Oh, no. As I say, they have successfully done it. That happens. Well, I am a liar, and Merkin is a slayer. And we get a pause. But yes, this is likely to be a no buy or extremely low buy round for Brazen if they are able to, or if they are interested in going for anything. They're on that 2-round loss bonus. Convenient pause, just long enough to make a montage. Hey, nice. Ah, I see. We're doing the let's look into their eyes times. Yes, that's a smoke grenade. Too bad that in grayscale the skins are so difficult to see, but Okay, so we do get the tech pause resolved right back in. Love to see it. Well, a full 5-player pistol out on the A-bomb site. It's a shooting gallery for Schwinn Lee. Boogie, though, not going to allow it. Could you turn cosmetic... You could turn cosmetics off. I mean... That's a conversation for another day. Or maybe after the game. This is going to be the bomb plant over on the B-bomb site, though, Brazen. They managed to secure Schwinn Lee. That is a weapon that they can hopefully bring into this next round. There is Merkin lurking around. Merkin lurking in Palace. So hopefully, at least the M4 is something that Brazen can hold on to, but Legacy is going to be hunted down. 6-0 scoreline, or 6-10 scoreline. Ozempic 5. This is just it being a T-sided kind of day. Yeah, the new sound of the AK, if you haven't heard it yet, is a little bit tinny. It kind of reminds me of the old weapon sounds that used to be in CSGO. If you weren't around for those, a lot of people were really sad when they went away. But honestly, I think the sounds got a lot better. I think we need something more to it. It sounds... Yeah, it doesn't sound like it fits with the rest of the game. But you know what else doesn't fit? Is this bomb on this site. Brazen, 3 versus 4. They've got the singular kit in the hands of Jester. They're going to go for this retake, and Alice is in a position to cause some real damage here. Good kill for Polo, but it is going to be answered right off the bat, and now Jester's only got the MP9 to try and find something, and it's just going to be saved. 1 versus 3 is in a position to maybe cause some chaos over here on Cat. A couple of wounded players, some good targets. One more would make this a good round, but only able to get the one. A bomb glitch in ESEA Advanced? I don't know yet. I don't know if we've gotten the bomb glitch yet. Well, it's pistols. I wouldn't say Brazen have to worry just yet, but you definitely have to start getting a little bit concerned if you're there on the Bad Dragon side. Because as these rounds start to stack up for Ozempic, you have to wonder where you can break this army on the CT side. Neither of these teams has had a fantastic CT side. Yep, there's that 5-7 again. Let's see here. Fugiu is successful at backing away, and 5-7. All that you need. Taps away, snapping in for a couple of kills. Down to 4 HP as well. That's a solid run. 4 versus 3. Brazen, they've... Even on the weapon disadvantage side, they're definitely putting up a fight here. PLX and K2 combined together for a double. And now 2 versus 3. So they have managed to secure the man advantage on the Ozempic 5 side. Now they just need to drive it home. Ooh, oh no, you're planting out in the open? You're planting open to Cat! And Connector and Polo rips the head off of Merkin. K2, 34 HP. That Deagle will strike fear into your heart. It's right there. This is not even a hard shot to hit. Polo, here's the push over for K2. Here's the footsteps. Grape now. No armor. One-on-one. Oh my goodness. And he's going to try and... oh my gosh. It's a timing round. Yeah, let's get this 5-7 again. I love that he just doesn't immediately take the fight. He lets the two players on Ozempic 5 push into him. And as soon as they're moving and he's not, that's when the snapping turtle snaps deadliest. All right, Brazen 2 rounds off victory. And 4 rounds ahead of Ozempic 5. So what's the idea? The idea is line up and do a very fast execute out on A. Jester able to secure 1 and a second, but K2 answers back. And that's the A bomb site open for business. Not a whole lot Legacy is going to be doing. 3 players here already, but the rotate already starting to arrive for Brazen. So this is going to be just a full 3 versus 3 brawl. Our kit's on the side of Brazen, so that is an opportunity. But again, they're not going for any clever sort of a retake tactic. They've got all 3 players coming out from ticket. PLX deletes the first. Puggy down on 43 HP. They're just going to go for the smoke diffuse? That seems a little bit ambitious. Ooh. Now this is a little bit less ambitious and a little bit more interesting. K2 spots the head of Fuggy over the smoke. Good kill for Legacy. Unfortunately, Ozempic 5 will secure round number 19. 8-11 now. Oh, yeah, I've seen someone was posting clips of like the bomb just flying around the map. Well, this is an interesting situation for money. I see Brazen, they're choosing to save it up this time. Grape picking up the scout, the rest of the squad just going with pistols, singular piece of armor on Polo. But it looks like we're going to get, again, let's smash our heads into the other guys and see what happens. Fuggy, that 5-7. Ooh, that's a cool craft on the Deagle. Still a 2-for-1 trade favoring Ozempic 5. Oh. Legacy expecting to spot someone trying to make their way into B. Unfortunately caught, and Ozempic 5 with a very quick 9th round. Now things starting to get nervous for the side of Brazen. They are going to be on a full round loss bonus, but both sides have had a fairly strong T side here on Mirage. So, again, if you're Brazen, you were feeling comfortable. You're starting to get nervous. Ozempic 5, I was talking about it at the beginning of the game. They are a fixture in North American advanced playoffs, and they're showing why. Silly names are the ones that you have to watch out for the most. Start to things by PLX, taking down the opposing Opper. Again, we saw a lot of just, let's smash into each other and see what happens. This time, we are getting a little bit of cleverness. Take out the enemy Opper, try to weaken that position, and now actually do an execute. Don't just keep going. Love to see some changes in the strategy. Grape spots Schwinley over by Underpass. Have to imagine that was called out a long time ago. But Ozempic 5 will scale over toward the A-bomb site. This time they've actually got smokes to block off connectors, so they are going to give themselves a better chance at getting this bomb down. Good kill on a Jester as well. Leaves Ozempic 5 in the pole position, 4 versus 3. Brazen still want to force this, though. They are not a team that is interested in saving. Again, and neither of these teams is really likes the idea of saving whatsoever, but we might be more interested in it after this. Now 1 round separating these two teams. That 3-round loss bonus going to come in clutch here. Do Brazen go for this, or are they going to let this one tie up at 11? That is a good name. Long Chili. You did. You told me it was going to be Mirage, and you were right. Now, this is force buy out of Brazen. Trying to collapse onto anything coming out into mid, but Ozempic 5 have completely slipped the net. They'll be heading on into the B-bomb site. Brazen with the quick rotation. This Deagle. Oh, good positioning for Polo. Head ripped off, but it's not going to be enough to convert any further kills. Ozempic 5 control the B-bomb site, and this 3 versus 4 could go from bad to worse. Merkin coming in from behind. CT's Spawn looking for these players, looking to close the net onto these 2 players outside of Murder Hole. Trying to take away some guns, farm up some stats, but Jester will be the hero that Brazen are looking for. I feel like I have seen a lot of Jester this game, so definitely a solid one to look back on. Is Ozempic 5 going to tie things up at 11? Are we going to get overtime here? Ooh, Legacy. Oh. That one has to hurt. But the AK saved over is a solid piece in the arsenal of Brazen. Can't afford overtime. Well, 1111, make a wish. It is 1111. Ozempic 5 with a solid string of rounds, 4 in a row. They look like they've fully got their legs under them. They're ready to just plug this one into the finish line. Now this one definitely a pace change from some of the previous rounds. No damage in the first 30 seconds. The only thing, General Kenobi, the only thing you can really hope for is to look and see if you're at least finding some enemy positions, making sure that maybe you know where the bomb is, you know where the op is a big one. And Brazen are making sure to move that op around the map. Legacy has been in a few different spots. Really, I can't call it out without saying Ozempic 5 are also making sure that AWP has been kept dynamic. Are they changing up the pace too much? 35 seconds. Again, not a singular point of damage. Ooh, that nade hurts Merkin. It's critical damage. But the push into the A-bomb site will come in. Jester, first blood onto K2. Doubles up onto Double to Ellis. Schwinley with the trade, but can't hold on. It's Grape and Fuggy to clean up this bomb site. And Ozempic 5, now they're down to the wire. Down to 5 seconds left. PLX with the AWP just looking to at least try to get one more kill. But Grape finds him through the smoke. And it's going to be 12-11 for Brazen. Not the team, though. Yeah. All right, well, money is good for Ozempic. They need... Again, if you're going to take a timeout at any time, looking down the barrel of a 13-11 is a good time to do it. All right, have a good one, Storm. Final timeout. Hitting the server. You don't often see two teams that are quite as evenly matched as these two. It has been surprisingly close. And again, both teams have had their standout player, right? PLX, the Opper, going huge on Ozempic 5. Double op setup out of Brazen. That is them living up to their name. That sure is a Brazen setup. This isn't Dust 2. This isn't the map where you just buy 5 ops and pretend you're Fnatic and you just win. This is Mirage. There are plenty of long sight lines to work with, but you're really optimistic, I think. Grape shoots, does not connect. Ozempic 5 keeping to the same pace that they did, but they're making themselves a little nest here on the A-bomb site early on. Legacy, early shot, deletes Xuan Li, but does not realize Ozempic 5 have already started to make their way on in. They've got players in through connector, so that ramp player, not the only horse that Ozempic 5 had some money on, and that bomb's going to go down. There's nothing Brazen can do about it. Everybody just keeping it hidden. Everyone playing super safe on Brazen. I think we've got overtime. This bomb ticking dangerously fast. Brazen still not working their way on in yet. Smoke fades, K2, and it's a massacre for Ozempic 5. Now Legacy, 1 versus 4. Ooh, removes PLX, but Merkin will put that final nail in the coffin. We're going to overtime. We do have time before the next series of games. I'm keeping an eye on the Corvus Core versus Yippee. It's showing as upcoming match, so they'll get their map choice. They'll get a bunch of time to get on the server. We might be rushing to get into the next map, but we've got time as of right now. But yeah, this has been a very T-sided Mirage, just in general. Very T-sided. So we'll have to see if that keeps up here in overtime. The worst part of it for Brazen is I feel like Ozempic 5 had the stronger DT side of these two teams. Already, Merkin just bowls over Jester on the A-bomb site, and these smokes are going to give them plenty of room to scale. Polo just burning down. Foggy does get the kill back to even things out, and the utility doing a good job as well. Polo drops the planter. Now it is advantage Brazen. Good trade out of Xuan Li. But that's given Brazen a lot of time to creep on over. They don't have Foggy, but they do have the AWP in the hands of Legacy. All the way in 3CT, spots the enemy Opper, but as that glass shows up, PLX hits the shot. 2 versus 3 now. Foggy arriving, making lots of noise. Xuan Li playing from jungle, doesn't even get the chance. Meanwhile, Grape sours too. Looking for Xuan Li, knows his final play. Oh, goes for the weapon pickup. Not a great time to be doing that. What is this timing that is going on? Xuan Li is just taking so much damage that I don't think was even necessary, but the last bullet, and Grape with the 1-tap. Brazen at the last possible second. They're playing at a razor's edge. Yeah, this was very nearly disaster. Yeah, this one just hurts. When the enemy Opper gets to set up before you. But I think if Brazen can secure one more round, then maybe they'll secure this one in a quick overtime. Oh, A quick trade on Cat to start this one off. Grape was the hero of the last round. Now the raid boss is down, but Polo not going to be checked in ladder. Means 4 versus 3 advantage Brazen. Those 3 for Ozempic 5 are pretty well split across the map. Oh, PLX going to get out ahead of the smoke, and Polo going to pay the price. 3 versus 3. Ozempic 5 doing a good job of hitting their picks all across the map, all one after another. This is where things get tough. Did they stock the bomb site? I don't know. Where did you last see? The information being fed over from Ellis is that this A bomb site is all sorts of open. They haven't checked jungle yet. Legacy in a position to cause a lot of damage. CT going to be the more obvious one. Timing, they're all just passing like ships in the night. Flashes going in. That is going to ring some alarm bells for Brazen. It's an A hit. Jester just lurking, waiting inside of CT spawn. He gets naded up. That one hurt. But again, Brazen, they're just sending all 3 out through CT. First shot rings out. Doesn't quite connect, but Jester will. 3 versus 2. They do still have PLX, but this time Legacy will get the better. And it's just going to be up to Ellis. 1 versus 3, AK in hand. Defuse already happening. Oh, does Ellis realize? It doesn't matter. There's not enough time. Bucky going to come through with a defuse in the smoke. Can't even survive the post plant. I love this. You see the players just kill, come back, and then this one, some fantastic shots out of Ellis. Well, that's going to make things... Oh, double op setup. Okay. Guys. There are 5 ops out right now. 5 AWPs. I realize it's a fun game to play the point-and-click adventure game, but 5 is excessive. First kill does go to Fuggy, though. So Brazen take the man advantage. Peeking into Palace is ambitious as well, and Jester just walks right by Merkin. Luckily, does have Legacy to watch his back. But the ops are doing exactly what you want the ops to do. And just picking off these players one at a time, not giving Ozempic 5 an opportunity to react. Finally, a kill on that M4. These K2 all alone. The AWP does knock him down by half. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. Couple of good kills, but Polo able to get control of the round, and Brazen now 15-12. Overtime warriors, this team. This is... As soon as they've gotten themselves full buy versus full buy, Brazen have been on point. No. Yippee game is waiting to connect. It hasn't started yet. We will have time to run commercials in between this game and that game. I'm watching it. I'm keeping an eye. We're good. They delayed their start time. Basically, as soon as this game ends, I am going to run commercials, and we're going to switch into the next game. Now, Brazen, they had a fantastic T side. They've managed to completely stomp out Ozempic 5s on their CT side. Now they just need to drive it home. 4 versus 4. The initial picks the scrum. Going no one's way. Oh, that nade, though. Dunking KZ, or K2. Does leave this with Brazen on a man advantage. PLX gets tagged up by the fire. Doesn't quite connect. The second shot will. That's Legacy knocked out of the round. But again, another HE. for Jester. Connects perfectly. Now it's just Merkin, alone in the 1 versus 2. Does have a kit, has some utility left, but no smoke means this one's over. And Brazen will punch their ticket. They will go 1-1 on the season. Victory, 16-12.